Hi there, everyone. I'm Marco Alcubé, the host of Expat Experts podcast, and this video is extracted out of a longer interview that I had with Daniel Carrizales, a British Venezuelan expat who is currently living here in Greece and has a very successful YouTube channel called My Greek Lifestyle.
But maybe she
But
was
maybe we
not
should-
the audience.
I mean, she put it very blunt. Yeah, like put it very blunt. Like, okay, maybe you should say these things or put it somewhere where some other people that actually care about. Because my wife doesn't want to listen to me talk about what music am I working on or anything like that. So that was the original idea. I said, well, maybe she's right. Maybe I can create something because I love videos and I always had a passion for video making and for whole movies behind the scenes. I always had an inclination for that. Not to be a creator myself, but I always loved this type of footage and old cam recorders.
Okay.
But I never really considered it to become a content creator. So I started a YouTube channel talking about my life here in Greece as a stay-at-home dad doing music for a living. And that's my first YouTube channel. And from there, I became a coach and someone who can educate other musicians and composers on how to make music and license their music. So I'm in the music licensing industry. So I compose music for content creators, TV, films, documentaries, and all the rest. So by creating the YouTube channel, talking about how I do what I do online, living here in Greece, I became a coach just by creating content and educating people. So there was a lot of blogs about that. My life in Greece as a stay-at-home dad, I'm doing this music track, and I fell in love with YouTube right there and then. And that's back in 2016. And that YouTube channel grew very, very slowly, but it's such a small niche. But it became very successful as well. I still run that YouTube channel. But from there, I ventured into different areas as well, content creation, like entrepreneurship and mindset, because it's something that has helped me become someone that works online. Because of whatever else that happened at the time. Relocated from the UK here to Greece and being unemployed as a stay-at-home dad and flat broke, all of these things, I had to really not only figure out how to make the music, but as well, get my mindset really where it needed to be. It's not as simple as just like I want to work online and that's it. There's a lot of things that need to be done internally. So whenever I was studying about online entrepreneurship or business or how to make money, everything was leading me to the path of self-development and personal development and mindset. So whenever I would buy a book about like how to make money online or all the classic books about earn money online from big people from back in the day, it all goes back down to personal development and mindset and all of this. So I was a little bit frustrated, to be quite honest, because I wanted the tactics. But the reality is that you still have to do a lot of work internally in order to work for yourself. It's not easy. It's not a walk in the park, and that's why you need to know exactly what you want and be so sure of your abilities. And whenever failure happens, then how are you going to conquer that? It's not a question that if it's going to happen or not. It will happen. The question is like, what are you going to do about it? So I try to put that content in the music YouTube channel as much as possible. And some people resonated with that. It was very hard for me to just talk about the music and this is how you do it. They have to do a lot with the mindset and personal development, which is a hard thing to do with musicians. But musicians and artists have a lot of baggages because I'm one and I understand that. So I'm talking from experience. And because, it's like, okay, there's no way I can do music, I can do my art, I can earn money with my art. Either I am a musician or a photographer or a painter or an author or whatever it is. It's very hard. So in order to overcome that, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I know that because I had to do that. So when I did that and I actually saw some success with the music, then I started to document that and share that on YouTube really. And then I created a small audience. People were asking me questions. I said, like, well, what's the next thing? I have no idea what this thing is online. Meaning I don't know about email marketing, about online courses, how to post stuff. I had no idea about anything of that sort of about that thing. So I learned along the way.
Self-teaching yourself.
Well, the information is out there for you. So eventually I learned about email marketing, about how to build an email list, how to do landing pages and funnels and all of those boring terminologies that is out there in the online space. I read all the books. At one point I hired a coach and everything. I launched a course. I've never done a course before. My wife plays a big role in all of this because she's the one who has always pushed me to do something based on what I am good at. And because sometimes we need somebody from the outside to tell us, like, hey, you're more than this. Why don't you do this and learn about that? So she's the one who told me about very specific things. Like, okay, now you have a YouTube channel. Why don't you build an email list? And back then, I did not know what an email list is or was.
Okay.
Like, I had no idea, and I did not want to know anything about it. But eventually, I learned about an email list. What is it, and how can we, build a small list and a small following beyond a YouTube channel and all of that. And yeah, and I built a business from the ground up, teaching about music.
Cool. So it transitioned from being a YouTube channel for you to be more like a documentation place where you documented your process and how you arrived to do.
If you liked this short video out of the full episode, you can find the link to it around here and in the description below. Of course, if you are also interested in checking out other episodes, please subscribe and like.